Thanks for joining us for the weekend edition of National Focus. I'm Tasia Floissac. Coming up, significant progress made on the Pishley Bridge project. Minister of Tourism calls for continued contribution to tourism sector, and outstanding performance for Mass Dominic 2014 celebrations awarded. Stay tuned for these and other stories after this.
The black Sikatuka fungus can survive on banana and plantain leaves even after they have been cut from the tree. Farmers and hucksters are encouraged to use alternate cushioning material when moving produce from farm to the market. Do not use banana and plantain leaves as cushioning. It is against the law to move banana and plantain trash from the field. Obey the law and stop the spread of black Sikatuka today.
Thanks for staying with us. Project Officer of the Geothermal Project Management Unit, Alexis George, has confirmed that throughout the exploration and testing process, attention is being paid to the project's impact on the environment. George made the remark as he addressed residents of the Roseau Valley at a meeting at the Loda Primary School on Thursday.
Another EIA was done as well for the production phase for the 2 additional wells, and that was posted on the website on November 14th of last year. We also have ongoing an environmental and social baseline study. That study commenced in December of 2013 and is expected to be completed in June of next year, 2015. That baseline study will focus on the flora and fauna, basically animal and plant life in the entire Roseau Valley area, as well as the landscape. It will look at the air quality, it will monitor the weather, acoustics, natural hazards, human health, as well as the socio-economic aspect as well.
George also dismissed suggestions that testing would involve drilling below the Valley of Desolation and the Boiling Lake.
The Boiling Lake, Valley of Desolation, is about 3.2 kilometers, or about 2 miles from the drill pad location. And Mount Wat is about 2.2 miles from our drill pad location. Additionally, the drilling rig that we have on island has drilled a directional well to only 1,800 meters. It does not have the capacity to drill a well of 2 miles or anything further than that. Okay? So there have been things said about we drilling under the Valley of Desolation or Mount Wat. So that is physically impossible. Simple. We are not in the direction, we did not proceed in the direction of Mount Wat or the Valley of Desolation, and we did not project from the drill pad location at a distance to be under Valley of Desolation or Mount Wat. So that is clear.
At the recent media launch of Tourism Awareness Month by the Discover Dominica Authority, the Honorable Minister for Tourism, Ian Douglas, said that tourism is the most prevalent sector regionally and internationally accelerating economic growth. In his feature address, the Honorable Minister emphasized that tourism is everybody's business.
No matter how much we in tourism do to advance and to grow the tourism industry, if the security forces do not make Dominica a safe place for us to stay or for our visitors to enjoy, if Dominica Solid Waste Management Corporation doesn't keep the city clean so that when the cruise ships come in, they meet what they think Dominica is, the nature island of the Caribbean, if we do not enhance the beauty of our rural surroundings and our communities to plant flowers and to really embody what the nature island is all about, then really we are not meeting our mark and we're not achieving our goals. And that is what we mean when we say tourism is everybody's business. Let's play our part. If our roads are not fixed, the comfort of the buses going into the valley will be jeopardized. And so the entire experience will be jeopardized.
Honorable Douglas stated that the aim of this month is to sensitize, inform and educate all Dominicans both here and abroad about the important role that everyone plays in enhancing the tourism industry through the provision of products and services. Thus, he appealed to all individuals to continue contribution to the sector, naming it the only industry impacting the daily lives of nationals.
Tourism is in fact everybody's business. The taxi driver pays his loans at the banks. The bus driver buys fuel at the pumps. That money gets itself into the consolidated fund and the roads are done. Public servants are paid, both public servants and private sector employees at our hotels, at our restaurants. Chalk find itself on our blackboards. Seamstresses make uniforms because of that tourism dollar that filters down, both from the stay-over segment of the market and also the cruise subsector. So it's very important. When we say tourism is everybody's business, fish from the fishermen finds its way on the plate of the guests at our hotels. Our provision, our vegetables, our fresh fruit juices, I mean, you name it. Every single sector in Dominica today benefits from the tourism sector.
Douglas says that his ministry has been working tirelessly to fulfill the mandate of the Tourism Master Plan and called on nationals to be more service-oriented.
Small acts of kindness, such as greeting our guests, the service that we provide at our various service points to our guests. It's a service psyche. Service doesn't mean servitude. You're not necessarily a servant when you serve at the level at which the guest is looking for that service. And we must understand that. And if we are to compete with the more mature destinations that are very close to us on our north and our south, then we must become more service-oriented in providing that level of service that our guests requires and our guests expects from us. And so let us all make our destination the best place, not only for us to live, but a wonderful place for our visitors to visit.
Parliamentary representative for the Petit Savan constituency, Honorable Dr. Kenneth Daru, says he has accomplished quite a lot during the past years within his constituency. Dr. Daru told GIS News that he remains committed to enhancing the lives of his constituents.
He said there's always work to be done, but I'm really not going to sit here and allow anyone to say that, okay, nothing has been done in the Petit Savan constituency. For one, everybody knows Yes Truly came in here to represent his people and to really get the best for his people. There is still lots of work to be done, and I'm going to continue relentlessly to ensure that all the work has been done. And I'm sure you can appreciate that I've tried my best to address basically all the important sectors: sports, agriculture. We talk about the field, the road, education, and others.
In related news, work is nearing completion on the Peachler Bridge project. The new bridge has created improved access to the community center and health center. Project supervisor Alec Paquette told GIS News on Thursday that he is satisfied with the progress made on the project, which created jobs for 13 residents.
To congratulate my government, the Labour Party government, especially the Minister of Finance, and also our PAL rep, Dr. Daru, to give us this project in hands. Because this is something that the people of Peachler needed for a long time. And at this time, today, we are proud of it. And we are happy to have it. Especially for the elderly, when they come to the health center, there's a problem to carry them without transportation, to cross over the little bridge which we had there. But at this moment, we motorable way and then we feel proud.
On Monday 28th, Carnival Dominica announced its third annual observance of May as Health and Safety Month, which commenced with a hazard analysis or risk assessment training on Wednesday, April 30th, 2014. This training was facilitated by the National Health and Safety Council, which has also been contracted to conduct incident investigation and advanced hazard and communication. National Safety Council representative for the United States and safety professional who coordinated the event, Eric Kipps, has been in the business for 20 years. He provided a brief overview of the agenda of that workshop.
What we're doing is basically looking at how people and workers can identify hazards associated with their work processes and identifying and implementing mitigating measures to deal with these issues at work.
National safety statistics worldwide have shown that a number of employees are either seriously injured or killed while at work. Kipps is also director of a Trinidadian-based safety consultant company which deals specifically with the petroleum industry. He expressed that the workshop is aimed at empowering employees to understand their responsibilities at work. Kipps says not only does it target employees, but it helps employers themselves meet safety regulations and better enforce them in the workplace.
The program also looks at employers and the different laws in the different countries that deal with risk assessment. In Dominica, your act, your Workers Act of 1983, all right, makes provisions inside of there for employers to assess the risk associated with their operations. And basically that is what this program is about, empowering the employees and employers to understand hazards, risk, and how to deal with them.
The month-long observance will be celebrated under the theme, Think Safety, Act Safely. As a reminder to the general public, this year's events will also include the 3rd Annual Health and Safety Exposition scheduled for Saturday, May 3, 2014 at the Lime Canefield Grounds. The event, which begins from 3 p.m., will feature free eye, blood, and sugar testing, free detox, biofeedback, massages, and much more. A community outreach and free testing will be conducted in the communities of Clifton, Savon Pie, Salibert, and Petit Savan. Another major aspect of this month's observance is training in defensive driving, stress management, and emergency and education. Petro-Caribbean will also be hosting radio programs in the area of health and safety and appeals to schools and the general public to participate. And in other news, outstanding performers and participants in this year's Mass Dominic celebrations were awarded at a prize-giving ceremony held by the Discover Dominica Authority (DDA) and Dominica Festivals Commission (DFC) on Friday. CEO and Director of Tourism at Discover Dominica Authority, Colin Piper, said that the main goal of the Carnival celebrations was to provide an outlet of expression to the various art forms of Dominica's heritage, thereby creating an avenue to market the destination to visitors to come and experience an authentic artistic expression. This, in turn, he expressed, brings Dominica closer to its target of 90,000 stay-over visitors by end of calendar year 2015. According to Piper, the stated mission would be unsuccessful were it not for the collaborative effort of various partners every year.
So it is only through collaboration in the form of organized partnerships with entities such as Lime and NBD and our beverage sponsors like Josephine Gabriel and Dominica Brewery and Beverages Limited and all the others that we can accomplish this task. Another critical collaboration is with individuals, through the spirit of volunteerism, that we are able to stage Carnival. In particular, those who volunteer for the various subcommittees and give tireless hours in planning and implementing. This goes also for the teachers who lead the efforts of the schools and the many band members that ensure their costumes are just right. At Discover Dominica Authority, we were pleased with the direction that the marketing of the event went in 2014 and hope to continue the trend for Carnival 2015. I think there was hardly a day that went by where you didn't hear Nous Connaît Vive.
Piper commended all musicians and other personnel who contributed to the events. The tourism director informed that arrival statistics are still being accumulated to find out how successful the carnival proved to be. A number of participants were awarded at Friday's ceremony for various aspects of the carnival season, including the Juve and Old Mass. A few of these include awards for First Steel Band on the Road, which went to the Rail Steel Group, the First Lapo Carbide Group, the Police Band, Best Costume, titled Papa and Granny by Chester and Sherry-Ann Leighton, Best Sensei Costume by Damien Dublin, Best Decorated High Five Truck by Mervyn Bertram, Best Juve Group by Caliente, and Best Individual for Monday and Tuesday, Andy Carter as the Pope. Head of Marketing and Cooperative Communications, Karim Geist, presented awards to the Thunderbirds for the Best Old Mass Band, with Carnival Corner and Wazin Guabe receiving second and third place respectively. The ceremony also highlighted the success of the Adult Parade. Thunderbirds, who won first prize, also received the King of the Band award, with the Africulture Stilt Walkers placing second, also capturing Queen of the Band, and Carnival Corner placed third with Fabulous Fantasy, and second place position for King of the Band. The first ever Best Business Float award went to Kari FM. Among the numerous awards presented, the DDA did not fail to recognize the 2014 Carnival Queen participants, particularly Dominica's reigning queen, Miss Francine Barron. Barron, who captured the awards for Best Talent, Swimwear, Question and Answer, In Costume segment, and Miss Photogenic, received gift prizes as well as a scholarship from the government of Dominica. Both Donella Rivera and Octava Prosper received prizes for first and second place positions, while Shalina Samuel and Torrance Dorset were recognized for Miss Amity and Best in Swimwear, respectively. DDA also made a special presentation to this year's Junior Calypso Monarch, Lamar Irish. Meanwhile, Marketing Executive at the National Bank of Dominica, Suzanne Joseph Piper, congratulated and extended thanks to all schools who participated in this year's Carnival events. She said that NBD remains committed to youth participation in the Carnival season.
Our sincerest thanks to all the schools that participated in this year's Carnival Monday Parade. You guys had a spectacular show on the road on Carnival Monday. We at NBD, we are pleased to see the creativity that is coming out from our schools, and this is something we've been trying to foster with the help of the DFC through Carnival for the past few years, because we want to be able to provide an avenue for our young people to develop and to showcase their creativity. We want to be able to have a spectacular Carnival for years to come, and we see that the future of Carnival is in the youth, so therefore we are investing in the youth during the Carnival season.
The Convent Preparatory won Band of the Year with their group entitled De Fe y Pe la Glace, Fire and Ice, while Roseau Primary captured second place with Carnival Melee, and Roosevelt Douglas Primary received third prize for their Caribbean folktales. The Roseau Primary and Convent Prep also received the awards for King and Queen of the Band, respectively. Students of the St. Mary's Academy won first place for their float of tiny trucks. The Pioneer Prep placed second, and the Goodwill Primary placed third with Mama Iguana. The Casabru Secondary School's cruise line captured first prize in the secondary school segment, with the Goodwill Secondary placing second with Make-A-Wish, and Isaiah Thomas received third place for Jombi Jamboree. And that's the news. We now join Jana Hector for a recap of this week's headline stories next.
Welcome to this week's edition of Flashback. In the headlines this week, it was revealed that the construction of the La Plaine Police Station is expected to be complete on time by the end of August. The project is being supervised by the Ministry of Public Works. 53 additional persons have learned disaster preparedness, disaster response skills, and disaster medical operations through the Community Emergency Response Team Training, or CERT program. The participants graduated on April 25th. Dominica welcomed a new Indian High Commissioner to Dominica this week. His Excellency Gauri Shankar Gupta presented his credentials to the President, Charles Savary, and promised to continue the amicable relationship between Dominica and India. The World Pediatric Project, a non-profit organization specializing in care for critically ill children under 21, ended 3 days of cardiology screenings in Dominica this week. This is the project's 4th assessment visit since the partnership began in 2012. Stakeholder consultations on Dominica's National Land Use Policy and Physical Development Plan began this week. The implementation of that policy promises to propel Dominica ahead of the region in that aspect. And Dominica's 32nd living centenarian, Anastasia Charles, or Ma Maggie, has come from Wesley. Anastasia celebrated her 100th birthday on April 26th. Those were the headline stories which made the news this week. Back to you, Tasia.
Thank you, Jana. And that's the news. Your tip of the day is next.
You asked for it. See more evidence of development right here on the Government Information.
The world has a limited amount of resources available, and more people are using them up. If we want our future generations to enjoy the same standard of living we've experienced, we need to take action. Going green has become a necessity, and there are many little things we can do in our homes to play a small part in reducing landfill waste, cleaning the air, and preserving the natural landscape. Here are a few small, easy green choices we can make in our own homes. Plant a herb or flower garden. Switch your light bulbs to fluorescent light bulbs. Create a homemade compost bin. Use reusable bags and turn off lights when you leave the room. These simple steps can not only protect the environment, but are also cost efficient. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Friend us on our Facebook page and be sure to like our GIS Dominica fan page. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here at GIS, thanks for watching and join us again next time on National Focus. Have a great weekend.